To begin with, let's have a deep dive into the virtual machine. So far, we have created so many virtual machines, but we did not touch upon so many micro level features or options that are available. Okay, and I will stop sharing my screen. Please go ahead, share your screen now, so that we will perform this lab exercise on your computer, on your side. And let us try to explore each and every minute feature option available. Whichever is not relevant as of now, as on today, we will skip that option or feature. Okay. Or we will try to do that as well. Yes. So what is the basic requirement for creating a virtual machine? We need to have a resource group. Correct.
So I'll use the same resource group.
Yes, anything. And let us go line by line. What are all the features options available? Okay. And Windows virtual machine name we will give. Going forward, please make sure that you will give a proper naming convention. Let us not give the virtual name like Win1, Windows 1, Windows 2, Windows VM. No. So whatever is the lab exercise that you are doing, you give that name. In the production environment also, if you are giving a virtual machine, maybe your client name, TCS VM or HP VM, like that will be given. Let us explore each and every option. What is there? We are already aware of a subscription. What is a subscription? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next is a resource group. Resource group is a container. And we just learned about we can create up to 980 resource groups. We can create under this subscription. That means if you have 2 subscriptions, 3 subscriptions, in my case, I have a free tier 1 subscription and another one pay as you go. That means 980 into 2. So many resource groups I can create. Okay. All right. Next, virtual machine name. Now we are aware of it. The virtual machine, what we are creating, for that we are giving a name. And region. So which region, where exactly our virtual machine should reside, that we are selecting. You can go with your choice.
With the Southeast Asia.
Okay. And next, further, we have availability options. What is this availability option? This is the availability zone. So by default, it says no infrastructure redundancy required. So if you do not select the availability zone, Microsoft has got option to put your virtual machine in any of the availability zone under this region, Southeast Asia. If there are 4 or 5 or 6 availability zones are there, it can create that virtual machine in any one place. So you have, as a user, you have an option to select a specific availability zone if you wish to. Okay.
So there are 3 zones in this region.
Correct. You can select any one of them.
Any one of them. So there are other 2 options as well. One is virtual machine scale set and availability set.
Yes, we will touch upon these things in the upcoming classes because that becomes too much now. Because it will not be directly connected for today's class. For other lab exercises, yes, we need to understand. We need to know what is that. We will explore all those things.
Sure, sir.
And the security type also the same thing. And that also we will touch upon. We will go with the standard security type what we have. And this image is also a resource. Okay, that will be available. That will be under the container of resource group.
Correct. So we have many versions of operating system.
Correct.
So for now, I'll go with Windows Server.
Yes.
Windows Server. 2019 data center.
Yes, anything you can select. Subject to it should be available in that availability zone, or you can select availability zone and no redundancy so that automatically it picks up wherever it is available.
So
maybe you can change the region. For Southeast Asia, it is not available. You can select US East 2 or US East West 2, West 3, whatever you can select. Let us see. Maybe
I just selected East Asia, I mean East US 2.
okay. No, there also it is not available.
I think this is available.
Okay.
Yes, this is available.
Okay, good.
It is asking for a username.
Correct.
So I will just.
And it is always a good practice to store the information of username, password, all these things. Better to capture it, keep it handy in your notepad, because when we are creating so many virtual machines, it is a human nature, we may forget.
Yes, sir.
So if we lose that access, if we lose that credentials, then once again, we'll not be able to log in. We lose access to that virtual machine forever.
So for next would be the inbound ports.
Correct.
So allowed port is RDP. So
yes.
Others are SSH, HTTPS, HTTP.
Correct. Correct. So what is this inbound ports RDP? Out of 65,535 software ports, only one port is enabled, RDP, that is port number 3389. If we uncheck this, still we can create this virtual machine, but this virtual machine will not have access, or external access will not be there. Correct? Okay. So what is the purpose of creating a virtual machine when you do not have access? So we need to have an access. That is the reason we are creating this virtual machine with this port number enabled. Okay. Now please scroll down further. Next, we have licensing. Suppose you have an on-premises data center, and that data center you want to move it to cloud. So then you can use that license, existing operating system license, that is Windows Server license that you already own. That license you can use it here if you have it. So for that you need to put a check mark here. So since we do not own any license, we will go ahead as it is. Suppose you provide that license key information, then your overall charges for this virtual machine will be reduced, because that license fee will not be calculated. So if you do not have license, Microsoft Azure will add up that license charge for this virtual machine. And what is the charge of that license? For whatever is the duration that you use. Say, for example, for 1 year for Windows 2019 server, if you are paying about, say, 12,000 rupees. So if this virtual machine is running only for 1 month, you are going to decommission this, deleting this virtual machine, maybe even after 10 days, but still you'll be charged 1,000 rupees calculated on monthly basis. Okay, that is how it will be charged. Now, all this while we used to click on review and create. Going forward, we are not doing that, because we are matured enough to understand what are all the options, features available, and we want to explore them and learn. Correct? Now, let us click on next disks. Could you please scroll up all the way? Okay, good. That's enough. Now we can see on the top, all this while we were, do you see that basics, disks, networking, management, there are so many tabs, right?
Tabs.
So at the basic tab itself, we used to finish our creating the virtual machine. But now we are going to explore each and every tabs, what are the options available, and how it is going to help us. Okay. So the next tab is disks, where we will be selecting the type of hard disk that we want to attach to our Windows server. Okay, to begin with, they are by default giving premium SSD, which is the fastest SSD. Okay, that is the fastest. The data transmission will be very fast. So by default, a premium SSD has been selected. You can go with normal SSD or standard hard disk drive. So substantially, the price will be reduced here also. So depending upon your need and requirement, you can pick the hard disk. Let us go with the premium SSD itself, or whichever is your choice. And the next option is delete with VM. What is this? When you delete this virtual machine, should this hard disk be deleted, or do you want this hard disk to be retained? So by default, it has been check marked. That means once you delete this virtual machine, hard disk also gets deleted. In the production environment, in the corporate world, by default, this option will be removed. Why?
Okay.
For whatever is the reason, if that virtual machine is deleted knowingly or unknowingly or whatever, we want to retain our data. So for that purpose, it will be unchecked. In our lab purposes, we will by default, we will have a check mark this. The reason being, often we'll be creating a virtual machine and we'll be deleting, and at every point of time, there is a possibility we forget to delete the hard disk drive. We are getting charged or billed. So that's the reason we, by default, we will select this option. For our lab exercise, you can uncheck this and we will see where to go and delete this hard drive at a later stage.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And encryption at host level, by default, it is graded out in this subscription, the subscription what you have. If you go for pay as you go model, there it is available. And again, depending upon what type of server family type that we have selected. Okay. Only certain family type that has got the hard disk encryption feature or option available. Okay, not all the family types has got. If you go for a very basic version of Windows virtual machine, there that option itself will not be there. And again, it depends upon the hard disk storage device what we have selected also. All right. Further, we have the encryption type. Okay, default encryption is already enabled. We can also have external encryption key. You can click on that drop-down box. We have several other types of encryptions are available for this storage device that we can go with if it is needed. Okay, and most of these cases it will ask for external disk to insert. You can select that encryption at rest with customer managed key. Second option, it's a C, disk encryption set. There are no hard disk or disk are available. It is like an external key. If you insert that disk or media, CD, DVD drive, only then it will recognize and it will allow you to work. The default encryption type available.
And this double encryption platform managed and customer. Okay, it means both of them will be enabled.
Correct. Okay, and that option will be disabled by default. And next, okay, this server comes with a drive C, the default bootable disk where the operating system resides. But I need additional storage to install my other application softwares for my database, for keeping employee records, all those things. This is a server, right? So we need additional storage space. So for that, we have an option, create and attach new disk. By default, it gives a 1 TB, 1024 GB of hard disk storage. We can change that. And also you can name the hard disk. Okay, whatever the name that you can give. Say, for example, I will say SQL database, HDD, something like that. Okay, whatever is the name for that hard drive. In our computer, we have drive D, drive E, drive F, right? Here also, it will carry with the same drive letters, but additional, you can give the name, volume label, volume name.
Okay, volume label.
Correct. So here, we have the size, that is a source type, we have snapshot, storage blob, and none, empty disk. Right now, it will be empty disk. Okay. What is a snapshot? Snapshot is a point in time taking backup facility. Okay. We will touch upon this, a snapshot, a storage blob, all those things in detail, in depth in the upcoming classes. They are the base fundamentals of Azure or any cloud vertical.
Okay.
Okay. So snapshot is a point in time backup facility. What is point in time? Once you create this virtual machine, you will take a backup. If this virtual machine has got 100 GB of data, that entire 100 GB data backup has been taken. And maybe after 10 minutes, you will take another snapshot. At that time, maybe only 3 or 4 files out of this 100 GB has been modified or changed or deleted. Only that data backup is taken. So what happens, the very first time when you took the backup, it might have taken about 5 to 10 minutes to take the backup. Subsequent backup, when you're taking, it takes hardly a second.
Okay.
Correct? And same time, when you restore the backup, it will restore backup from all the snapshots what you have taken and all the master backups what you have. From all of them, it will restore the backup, and you will have each and every file, whatever that you have created, it is available.
Okay, so I mean, can we select one particular snapshot to restore?
We can also do that. Okay. We can also do that. We will do all these lab exercises. Okay. I will make you to create multiple snapshots and restore backup from one particular snapshot.
Okay.
Okay, we will do all those permutation and combinations. Okay, now by default, 1 TB of data hard disk storage has been provided. We can modify it. Maybe you can go with a 16 GB or 32 GB, because this extra hard disk what we are creating, it consumes, it is chargeable. It will be deducted from your primary free tier credit, whatever that has been provided. And encryption type will not go with any encryption. Okay, because on spite of encrypting the hard disk also, we will not be able to analyze whether the hard disk is encrypted or not.
Encrypted.
Because we don't have any specific tool to check whether the hard disk is encrypted or not. But yes, we can encrypt the storage device, what we have selected. And last but not least, we have delete disk with VM. Once again, the same thing what we had seen earlier. When we are deleting this virtual machine, this hard disk storage also gets deleted permanently. And once it is deleted, it is non-recoverable. Okay. Now let's go ahead, click on OK. And with this, we have completed the disks, the second tab.
Okay, sir, here it says enable shared disk. So
this disk can be shared with other virtual machines.
Okay.
The drive D what we have, we will explore this also during our lab. So for the next virtual machine what we are creating, we will enable this and we will use this as a network storage device.
Okay.
Okay, click on OK. Okay, now hard disk has been created. We can go with the advanced option, and all these options are not available in our free tier account. And again, in some of the regions, once again, this it goes with the default options only. We do not have options to make changes or alterations. Next, we'll click on next networking, or you can scroll all the way up. The third tab is networking. And none of the option we can explore today because we are still in the preliminary stages. And however, I will try to touch upon virtual network. Here by default, it is creating a virtual network. You can see Win or GVNet 105 something. Okay.
Correct.
Suppose you want to create your own virtual network. That means you have multiple virtual machines running in multiple regions or availability zones. You want to group all of them together and you want to have it in one single entity. You can do that.
Okay.
Okay, there is another lab exercise specifically targeting for this. It is called a VNet, virtual network.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in that lab exercise, we will do that. At that time, we will explore these features. And subnet, this 10.1.0.0/24, this refers to a particular availability zone.
Okay.
Okay, you can click there. Default, what is this provided? Okay, right now it says only one. That is what the subnet that we have picked up in the first place, basic. If you go to basic, first tab, there you will see we have already selected a virtual machine, or it has already default no infrastructure. Okay, you can select one of the availability zone there. Let us see. Maybe zone 2, zone 3, something.
Zone 1 is already selected, sir.
Oh, that means only zone 1 is available for this image.
Okay.
It should have provided us option to change. Okay, there is only one availability zone where we can host this virtual machine.
No, zone 2, zone 3 is also.
Okay, select.
When I select zone 2 and 3, this
correct, it is not available. That's
memory
what
is
only
not supported.
correct. Only zone 1 is enabled. It is available.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what it is providing there. Okay, so by default here also once again it goes to zone 1 only. Now go to networking. Okay, suppose all the 3 zones are available. Here we'll get the option, the subnet, which zone you want.
Okay.
And apart from these 3 zones, subnets, you can manually create your own subnet. Okay, these subnets, what you see, this refers to a specific availability zone. Please remember.
Okay.
Apart from this, you can create your own availability, your own subnet. That doesn't mean that you are creating your own availability zone. No. But you can create additional subnet. This subnet will differentiate your network. You are creating your own customized network.
Okay.
Got it. We will explore all these things in the upcoming classes. Public IP.
Sure.
Public IP. Here we have the public IP address already. See, please try to understand these are all the resources that are getting created in the resource group container. The public IP address is a resource. The subnet is a resource. And VNet or virtual network, that is a resource. And virtual machine, all of them put together inside a virtual machine. That virtual machine itself is a resource. The operating system disk, what we have selected, that is a resource. Okay. And next, NIC, that is network interface card security group. So right now it is going with the basic. Let it be basic only. And the public inbound ports, once again, 3389, it has already been allowed. That is what we had seen in the very first basic tab. Correct?
Sir.
So could you please scroll down? Let us see any other option features available. Okay. Delete public IP and NIC when VM is deleted. Please select this, or else manually we will have to delete it. And these are all the resources that are going to get created the moment you click on a review and create. If you want, you can take a screenshot, or you can note down the name. You just scroll up all the way. Okay, you will see a resource group, public IP, Windows virtual machine -IP. This one resource is going to get created. And that Win or GVNet 105, that is going to get created. When we create, click on review and create, all those resources that you will see, it is getting created. And once all these resources are created, only then it says go to your activity. Okay, place this virtual machine behind an existing load balancing solution. Please select that, but we are not going with this option. In either today's class or next class, we are going to learn about load balancing. There are multiple types of load balancing. The load balancing, one of the load balancing name itself is Azure Load Balancing.
Azure Load Balancer.
Okay, that is a type 1 Azure load balancing name. Next, we have application load balancing. We have gateway load balancing. There are different types of load balancing is available. We will learn about that. Right now, you uncheck this because for that to proceed further, we need to create a load balancer, and then we will have to opt for it.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So this is all about the networking, and please click on management. So we have this enable basic plan for free that is already been enabled. That is what the plan in which you are, and monitoring the boot diagnostics. So while the virtual machine is getting reboot it. It will do the checking, troubleshooting, and if there are any issues found during the diagnostic state, it will provide the logs. The startup time will be a little bit longer if this option is selected, because it has to do the diagnostics, right? So if you disable it, the boot time will be much faster. That time also may be 2 to 3 seconds. It may be less. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Further, we have enable guest diagnostics. Once again, the same thing. We can allow guest users to log in, and we can provide identity. We can select a specific Azure user ID only to access, administrator account to access. This identity as well as the Azure AD, Active Directory, both are the same.
Okay.
Okay. Further, we have auto shutdown. Please select this auto shutdown. See, we want to do cost cutting. What cost cutting? We are a typical Indian company. We work from maybe morning 8 to 6 p.m. Okay. And later after 7 p.m., nobody is going to log in and nobody is going to access our server. But for till the next day morning, following day, for another 12 hours, the virtual machine is running, right? It is a cost to the company. So if you select auto shutdown and if you provide the time, at that time, the server gets automatically shuts off. So that for till the next time when it is supposed to get started back, whatever the time that we have set, till such time, we are not getting charged. Okay, for that running virtual machine cost is not there. But the hard disk, what you have selected, for that there will be granular level charges will be there. Okay, all right. And notification before shutdown, it will send a notification alert, whatever is the email that you have selected. Okay, so that you will know. Suppose some employee is still working or some maintenance activity is going on, you want to extend the shutdown time, then quickly you can come back and you can change the auto shutdown option. Either you can disable it or you can extend it from 7 to 8 or 9 p.m., something like that. Okay, and enable backup. Automatic backup option can be enabled. As of now, there is no backup for the server. The server is just up and running. Whatever happens, no backup. Everything you will have to take manual. If you select enable backup, automatic backup will be taken at a regular interval. You can see.
Okay. Understood.
Okay. Further backup policy we have. We can create a backup policy, granular level settings we can set. We can create a new one. And site recovery. This will create multiple backups across different availability zones within the same region or secondary region outside the region as well. Okay, this is mainly for a disaster recovery. Okay, here there are two things. One, as a cloud practitioner, one should understand this disaster recovery. Azure automatically takes care of the backup.
Okay.
Whether you opt for this option or not, Azure will automatically takes care of taking all the backups of virtual machines that are created in any region, any availability zone. Okay. Now, Azure had taken the backup. There is a natural calamity, war or something, just like Russia and Ukraine war, which happened. In that region, if the availability zone or region is there, where your data center is there, where you have hosted your virtual machine, something happened to that data center, Azure will provide you the backup because they have voluntarily taken the backup. This is scenario number one. Scenario number two, let us say the availability zone where you have the backup, you have not enabled this automatic backup. We have this automatic backup option, right? We have not enabled, but Azure is taking the backup. And something happened to that, your virtual machine, either ransomware, malware, spyware, something got affected, you lost the data. You will ask Azure, anyway, you have backup, no? Now please provide me. Azure says no. Got it? Taking backup is your responsibility. Anything happens from Azure side, they will give you the backup. They have all the backup. They will restore the backup for you. They will provide the data. If something happens from your side, if you have not opted for the backup, then you'll have to blame yourself. The Azure will not provide you the backup. Why? Because Azure is taking backup of entire region. Imagine if there are about 5 lakh servers, all the 5 lakh servers, they have taken the backup, out of which one particular virtual machine, if they want to roll out and give the, if they need to restore the backup, it is not possible for them. They'll say, no, sorry, we cannot do it. If needed, if the need arises, they will restore the backup of that entire region itself. Maybe 3 or 4 availability zone or data centers itself.
Okay.
They'll say, okay, downtime for next 4 hours or 5 hours, we will restore the complete backup, and they will restore it and they will give it to you. All your virtual machine, as on that point of time when the disaster thing happened, till such time all the backups are available. Maybe you will lose backup for 5-10 minutes or 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, so that is what it is. And enable hot patch. This is, you can select that is Windows installing the patches, OS patches, upgrades, updates, those things. So depending upon OS version to version, the patches, whatever is available, automatic or manual, that will be either enabled or option is available to go with. Now let us click on advanced. Okay, so here we can provide custom data. Do you see that? What is that custom data? During the virtual machine getting created, you can do some manual intervention, maybe updating some patches or installing some application software or running a virus scan. All those things you can do it. To do that, in that custom data, that blank box which is there, you will have to write the code. That code will be written in PowerShell. Okay, we will do a lab exercise exclusively on this in the upcoming class. Okay, so whatever code that you read, that you write here, maybe even you can create a web page itself, website itself you can create here. So whenever you pick this image and create a virtual machine, that virtual machine comes by default with a website up and running. Okay, to install that website, we will have to install IIS web server. If it is window-based virtual machine, if it is Linux-based virtual machine, we will install a Apache web server. Correct. So in this custom data code script, we will write installing an Apache web server, configuring that web server, creating our web page. All those information is written line by line. It is a batch processing. So while the virtual machine is getting created, all these scripts will be read, it will be executed. So now there is a question. What if that script has got an error? So that line will be omitted. It will not be able to perform. And subsequent script lines are dependent on the previous line, which was not executed. All of them will fail. If all the features are, if all the commands are executed properly, then you have a full-fledged virtual machine up and running with all those patches or updates, whatever is needed, everything will be in place. That is what it is. Now, could you please scroll down further? Okay, that enable user data, all of them related to the same thing. We will touch upon this in the next lab exercise so that we'll be able to understand much better. Okay, click next to tags, and here the name you can type first one as NAME only, name. N, preferably it should be in caps, the letter N. Okay, and value you can give whatever is the name you want. Okay, and resource, this test machine name, for which resource you want to give. Next box, please scroll down. Yes, for all the resources it gives test machine, but I want to give this a test machine only for the virtual machine. So I can unselect all of them, select only the virtual machine. Select only virtual machine.
Okay.
Great. Now, next, once again, you can select another one, another name. That let
Here.
it be.
Okay.
Yes, correct. You can type name itself once again. Okay, maybe you can give another name, tag name HDD or something.
No, okay, test machine.
Now let us give
Okay.
HDD. Yes. No, even the name also it requests us to change the name.
Okay.
Okay. And resource type, let us select that hard disk, which is there, right? Disk, correct.
Okay.
Okay. Likewise, we can select for individual things.
Okay.
Okay, I think by mistake we have edited the previous one, the virtual machine name. Okay, no problem. You can next one. It is still there. Okay. It is there. It is there. Okay, good. Now let us click on review and create. Let us create this virtual machine. I have provided all these things in my lab exercise. I will share it before end of day. All step by step, each and every tab, what is that in detail information has been covered. So you can go through that and you can prepare it.
Okay, sir.
So now the virtual machine is not actually getting created. It is only just passing the validation. Whatever the option we have selected among all the 6 or 7 tabs, everything has been checked and verified and certified. Yes, now you can go ahead and create it. So here we have the pricing. 12 rupee 82 paise per hour is going to get charged for this virtual machine.
Okay.
So is there any way can we reduce this or increase this? Yes, of course, we can do it. In the very next lab exercise, we'll perform that. Okay, please click on create. Let us create this virtual machine. I just want to see the hard disk, what we have added 16 or 32 GB and how to enable it or how to use it. We'll do that and we'll come back and we'll move on to the next lab exercise where we will be analyzing the pricing factor. Okay, how to leverage, how to take the advantage of the price cost calculator or the pricing calculator.
Does it take the same amount of time in AWS as well, sir, to create a EC2 instance?
See, the time taken is depending on the resources what we have selected. If suppose you have we have selected 16 GB RAM, hard disk we made instead of 1 TB. Okay, so the time taken will be less. And in place of 1 TB, if you have added 4 or 5 disks of 1 TB, naturally it takes longer time. And what is the limit? It's a good question what you raised. What is the number of hard disks that you can add? You can add up to 64 hard disks of 1 TB each. Okay. And here is the resources what you see that is getting created or added up. These are all the resources what we have selected while creating this virtual machine. You can see, do you see that name? WinRGVNet 105, that
105.
correct?
And IP address.
Correct.
And it has created a network security group, or rather it is added to network security group.
Exactly.
Now,
and our extra hard disk storage, everything has been added. These are all the resources that has been added. All these resources that has been put under one single container of our resource group. Okay, these items, these resources cannot be added or into another virtual another resource group while it exists in a default resource group. We can move it. That means from this resource group, we can move it to another resource group if it is needed.
Okay. Can we associate just these resources to another virtual machine, or is it not possible?
No, that is not possible.
Okay.
We can move it from here to another virtual machine. See, once again, the virtual machine will be in the same resource group, correct? Hard disk, you want to detach it here and attach it there. Yes, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay, now let us connect to this virtual machine. It is up and running. Okay, good. Now we have created this virtual machine, and remember, we have added that extra storage space. Could you please go to File Explorer or File Manager? Let us see, is that hard disk available? You can go to this PC, and the hard disk will not be available. By default, DVD is provided, drive C is there, 126 GB. And where is our hard disk storage? Okay, this hard disk has been attached, but this hard disk is not yet recognized. Okay, that we will have to do it. Okay, and you can
disk management.
Correct. Type disk management. Yes, click on that. Select a drive D below one. Yes. Scroll down, it is there. Scroll down, or you can maximize this. It is available.
It's not there, sir. 450 MB, 99 MB, 126 GB. There is no unallocated disk.
Okay, it should be available. 99 MB we have selected. Okay, status is there, right? Could you please expand that? Okay, maybe the hard disk storage, what we have picked up is too low, and it might have not been added. Let us do one thing. Let us minimize this and try to add it once again while the virtual machine is up and running. For that, we need to go to our Azure console. Okay, left side we have disks. Select that.
Yes, sir. I'll create and attach new disk.
Correct. It has not been selected at all, what we have did last time.
Okay. I'll set this name as
no, it will not take space. Okay. Let it be premium only. Let us go with the 4 GB only. No problem.
hard caching.
Yeah, select read and select read and write.
Okay. Yes. Encryption, anyway, it is managed.
Okay. Let us save this.
Okay, it says done. So it is completed now.
Okay. Now let us go back to our virtual machine. This 4 GB storage should be available. We'll have to refresh it. Yes, it is available. Correct. So onto the left side, you can right click, initialize disk, click on OK. And once again, onto the left side, you can right click, left, yes. It is, okay. All right, now onto the right side, you can click new simple volume. Yes, click on next. Yes, next. Next, you can give the volume name if you want. The volume label name you can give if you want. No, here only.
Okay, let it be
New volume. Okay, there you can type the name if you want. SQL data or something. So for this hard disk, that particular data is stored. So if you go to this computer, you will see all the storages available. So that storage is used for what purpose, you will get to know that. Click on finish. Okay, now it is ready. You can close it. You can go to File Explorer, this PC, you will see this hard disk. You can see that SQL data is
Yes,
already
sir.
there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. With this, we have we'll be closing this mini lab exercise of a deep dive into virtual machine, creating a virtual machine. What are all the options, features available? Still, so many features we did not touch upon that we will look into that in the upcoming classes as and when we are into that particular topic.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. Let me share my screen once again. So further, we have Azure Cost Calculator. So Azure Cost Calculator is a free cost management tool that can help users to estimate the cloud cost for new Azure deployments or variations of existing workloads. So Azure Pricing Calculator is a tool you can use to gain real-time cost estimates for your services. So you can customize these estimates with personal configurations for greater accuracy, can access and modify the estimates through centralized dashboard that we are going to explore in a couple of minutes. So the Azure Cost Calculator provides several capabilities, including see all Azure products and services with a short description and a link to a product page. Customize the services you wish to include per your storage requirements, resource consumption, performance expectations, and the budget. So you can do the budgeting, whether you want to be within the budget or you want to increase the resource estimation or expenses. So as you select services, you can swap back and forth between product screens and cost estimates. So let us say you have about 10,000 USD to spend for 1 year. You can very well be within that limit, or if you feel maybe adding up additional 1 TB of storage, if it is going to cost maybe $5, $10, why not take a chance? Why restricting ourselves within 10,000 USD for 1 year? So once you are satisfied with your estimate, you can click on purchase option. So you can either purchase resources directly through the Azure site or via your Microsoft representative or via managed service partner. So when do we use this Azure calculator? Two scenarios. Now, as a single entity, you are the whole and sole owner. You have your own business. You want to host your virtual machine in Azure environment or any cloud vertical. Similar kind of cost calculator is available in Google Cloud, AWS, everywhere. Okay. So you want to know what is that expenses that you are going to incur for having a virtual machine in that particular cloud service provider. So for that purpose, you can do it. Scenario number one. Scenario number two. Now, being a corporate employee, you're a system administrator or a solution architect, and your client, your customer comes to you asking for help. Shri, I want to have this virtual machine. This is my need. I want to have 2 or 3 websites running or a SQL database running, or I want to use this server for machine learning, artificial intelligence, or maybe for software development, whatever is the customer's client's requirement. He will put forth all his requirements and he will ask your help to suggest and guide to create a virtual machine for his organization. So then
Okay.
you will say, and you will be in the driver's seat. You are in the driving seat. You need to suggest, you need to guide the client. The first and foremost thing, you will ask the client, okay, what is the requirement? What for you want to go for this data center in the cloud? Client will tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever the reasons. What is his intention?
Okay.
What is his expectation? All those things. Okay, number one is completed. Number two, then immediately you will ask, what is your budget? Correct. If you walk into a TV showroom or some to purchase a household articles like a refrigerator or a washing machine, whatever, that
Any
sales
appliance?
appliances, yes, that sales guy will ask, oh, okay, sir, which one you're looking for, which particular model, or you already shortlisted? Do you have anything in in your mind? He will tell, no, 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 show me, tell me the features, what are the things are available. Then he will ask, okay, if it is a washing machine, okay, front load, the top load, whether these are all the features you want, all those things. According to that, he will try to analyze your budget requirement. Correct. So accordingly, he will try to match. If nothing is happening, he will tell, okay, tell me what is your budget.
Huh.
Correct.
Okay.
You will tell, this is what my budget, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 to purchase a laptop. So that sales guy, according to your budget, he will try to match the available product. Similarly,
Okay.
you will ask your client, what is your budget? What is your spending limit for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year? For what duration you want to have this data center? So accordingly, you will analyze, you will create a set. Okay, that is what we are going to explore now. Okay, I will share this link in the chat.
Okay,
Please open this link. Also share your screen.
okay, sir.
Okay, I will stop sharing my screen and I will be waiting for you to share your screen so that we will explore.
Okay, sir. I'm going to that link now.
Okay. So all this while we were blindly creating virtual machines, not even realizing what are the charges, all those things, correct? Now,
Correct.
we have opened this pricing calculator. If you scroll down, there are so many resources are available, correct? We are going with only virtual machine, the very first one. Subsequently, suppose you want to create a storage account or you want to create a database server or a SQL server, accordingly, you can select. Our interest is creating virtual machines, correct? We will click on virtual machine, scroll down all the way. You have already selected virtual machine. Please scroll down. We will see the virtual machine details. Okay, wait, little bit up. Still more. Okay, good. No. Okay. So it says Azure Cosmos DB. That is not the one what we have selected.
I think I selected by mistake.
Okay. Now please scroll up all the way. We'll select Azure Virtual Machine again.
No, I think that is also selected. 1 minute, sir. It is still refreshing. Okay.
Okay. Here, remember the previous virtual machine, what we have created, based on that information, it rolled out, thinking that you are going for the same virtual machine. No, we are not going for that. See, here you can see monthly charges is $152.62. And is there any upfront cost? No upfront cost.
No.
Okay. Now we will change the region. Please observe. You change the region to maybe US East or any other region. Immediately observe that charges gets changed. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are all the questions you are going to ask for yourself or to your client. Where do you want to host your data center? In which particular region? So according to the region, the charges are getting charged. We have already explored this, right, in the yesterday's theoretical class.
Correct. Yes.
Correct. Next, operating system. Which operating system you want to go with? Select Linux. Do you see that?
Yes. Substantially low.
Correct. Why? Because licensing fee. Next, I don't want to go for Ubuntu. I will go for with the CentOS. Check with CentOS. It is same price, but go with the Red Hat Enterprise. Do you see that?
It is increased.
Correct. So according to the operating system, according to the region and tier, what type of tier are you going for? Standard or basic? If you go with basic, it will be less than half.
Correct. Yes.
Correct. So basic is the very basic version, or you want to go with standard. And further below, we have category. That is what type of size that you want to select. Remember, all categories there, whether you want to go
Correct.
with compute optimized, general purpose, GPU, high performance. So whichever you select, only those instances on the extreme right on the same line will be displayed. Do you see that all A series are available?
Correct.
Yesterday
yes,
we
sir.
were asking, where do we see A series,
Correct,
B
correct.
series? Correct. So while
Correct.
creating our virtual machine, we were not able to get that in detail, micro granular level features or options. Now we are able to get that. Okay, all category is there. Let us remove all category. Everything is there. Let us not go with all category. Let us go with compute optimized.
Okay.
And you can see that everything is changed. That A category is removed. Only F series are available.
Yes, sir.
Correct. And
Yes, sir.
you can maybe, yes, once again, there also which particular series that you want, you can select.
Under the category, there are FFS.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So you can select any one of them. Accordingly, the pricing also will change on the top.
Okay.
On the top. Okay, $80 is there. Instead of 4 GB, maybe 8 GB or 16 GB. Just check on the top. Do you see that?
It will become 189.
Correct.
Yes.
Now you need to ask the customer, sir, how many virtual machines you want to run? Do you need backup server? Of course you need. Okay, whether you need 1 backup, 2 backup. So accordingly, so many machines will roll out. And how many hours that you are willing to commit for the entire 365 days for 1 year.
Okay.
Correct. So let us say I'm not going to, I will commit maybe on daily basis, a day wise or month wise, whatever, or hourly basis. Hourly basis, I will say, because I'm not going to run 24/7. I will run only that production hours of 9 hours or 10 hours duration. Correct.
Okay.
And further, we have that the savings option, save up to 72% on pay as you go. That means you are committing for the next 1 to 3 years. Correct. Do you want to commit?
Correct.
So depending upon the customer need. Now, if you go and register your domain name in GoDaddy, they will ask whether you want to block your domain name for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever the duration. Correct. So accordingly, the pricing will change. The same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now scroll down further. Okay. See, all this while, whatever we have selected, it is only for the physical hardware part of the server along with the operating system. There is no hard disk storage included.
Okay.
Got it? Hard disk storage is different. So by default, he is giving 32 GB. Okay, 32 GB into one disk. Or what is the storage? You can increase that disk size if you want on the top. Why this 32 GB it came? Because the Linux operating what we have picked up for that 32 GB is more than enough. If you have selected Windows operating system, naturally this 32 GB becomes 126 or 128 or 130 GB.
Okay.
And into how many disks you want to have, you can select that.
Okay.
So accordingly, you are on to the extreme right, you can see the price varies. And
Correct.
add snapshot. Add snapshot is the point in time data backup. And how many times that backup has to be taken.
Okay.
So accordingly, the charges will increase or decrease. And storage transactions and network bandwidth. So all these things are taken into consideration, and final estimation it came. Now your customer says, What, $762 for 1 month? No, I cannot afford. Please reduce. And then you will say, okay, let us just scroll up, and you will make your client sit side by side, and you will ask, see, sir, the 760 USD came because we have selected 4 virtual machines. Do you really need 4 virtual machines? You need 1 web server and maybe 1 backup server, correct? And that web server also, it is not like e-commerce website where 24/7 it is needed and all the time the redundancy has to be maintained, correct? And if the web server goes down, say for example, you are hosting your company website, occasionally some customer, they will visit, they will see the product, something, and if the website is down for 1 day or half a day or 2 days, will it really going to cost you anything? Customer says, no, nothing. Instead of going for GoDaddy, I want to have my own domain, my own web server, everything. So I want to have it. I don't want to go for Bluehost or GoDaddy or Hosting Raja or whatever other domain service providers. Then we'll tell them, why do you need to go for even additional 1 backup virtual machine? Let us go with only 1 virtual machine. Anyway, we will keep all the backup of the server. It is available with snapshot. If at all something goes wrong to that server, we can spin off another virtual machine. It takes hardly 10 to 15 minutes time. And anyway, we get the notification. And why do you want to go for Linux? Let us go with, why do you want to go with Windows? We'll go with Linux so that you will save money. Why do you want to go for standard? We'll go with basic version. Correct. Likewise, you can manipulate, you can change the settings that suits your budget. This is what the calculator all about. See, maybe in the real-time scenario, when you go back to work and when you join the Azure project team, you may not be allowed to perform or work on all these features, options available. That dictates, that depends upon your role. If you are in the decision-making panel, let us say you are a solution architect or you're SME or a team lead, you are one of the key player, decision maker in the team. You are going to face the customer while discussing all these things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. With this, we'll be closing today's session. Thank you so much for joining the class.